Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So glad to see you are all still here for the first semifinal of the cup for today, the legendary cup. So we are currently going to watch Donner Fedoras versus Team Hotsy. You all know me. I'm Joy K, and today I'm joined by.
Yes, this is Coffee. Welcome to the 4 a.m. casting here in New Zealand. You can probably tell just looking at my winner behind me. It is the middle of night, but it's all worth it. We're casting here. It's going to be a good old time. Now, in the semi-finals of the Legendary Cup, we have Don Alfredoras versus Team Hotsy. I'm not too familiar with these teams, but Joy, you were playing against them earlier in the playoffs of the Legendary Cup. What do you have to tell us about them?
Yeah, well, they're both strong teams with some one tricks on each side, I'd say we have Spark, who's playing a very, very strong Probius, and on the other side, we have Sardonic, hard maining Uther this season. We might be hard for Sard, but Sardonic's definitely hard for Uther. Okay, yeah. Shall we go over the map bans so that we can go into the draft?
After getting your little jab in, you said you wanted to get in, might as well head over to the map band. So we have Sky Temple and Dragonshire banned by the side of Don Alfredoras, and Team Hotsy banning Cursed Hollow and Volskaya. Looks like the side of Team Hotsy wants to play on the more team fighting maps, don't want to play the macro on Cursed Hollow and Volskaya. Bit all over the place though from Don Alfredoras. Sky Temple and Dragonshire are fairly different maps. There's no clear theme of what they were wanting to take away. They will first pick Towers, which is one of the other remaining macro-orientated maps, now that Cursed Hollow is out of the pool. So we're possibly going to see some globals coming in from them. Might be seeing the Huckers, the Fox Dads. Deathwing, of course, is our omnipresent global in the current meta. Very contested hero that we like to see coming out from these teams. Picked by Don Alfredoras, Team Hotsy will be having the first pick, which means that we might be seeing some interesting last picks. You mentioned before we have a few one tricks going on. More than likely, Probius and Uther going to be in the ban pool, but that will remain to see as we are now heading into the first game.
Yeah, Towers of Doom. I wouldn't be surprised to see Donner Fedoras pick up either Chromie or Junkrat. They've really liked picking that up as well. And both characters have such big range. Oh, see, the Chromie is not going to be picked up because that's the first ban here.
Yeah, we saw that in the series earlier today. Chromie is going to be most likely sinking the bans for today's series. Just very popular pick by Don Alfredoras. Zul is going to be the first ban by them. Very strong here. We saw it coming out today, and it's probably for the best that the second pick team decides to ban him, because that is someone you can definitely look to first pick.
Absolutely, on this map, his duo soaking is really, really strong. Okay, Uther actually gets banned here. Wow. Curious what Fedoras is going to pick up in return then.
It will be the Deathwing as the final ban, so Probius is still up if they want to take it. Of course, it's not likely that Johanna will be the one that's locked in. It's not likely that Don Alfredoras is going to be picking up the Probius for themselves, so they're in no rush to pick it up if they choose to. Johanna, very strong first pick, one of the top tier tanks at the moment. Excellent wave clear, very strong ability to engage, and no particularly bad matchups for the specific tank 1v1s.
No, I wouldn't say there are any bad matchups for her. Rainer and Malf, really strong duo. Provides some CC, good sustained healing, good sustained damage.
Looks like we are just going to be hitting the meta picks for the moment. Rainer, Malfurion, some of the top tier damage and support respectively. Malfurion, excellent sustain. The Roots won't be very useful, and we have two more, actually, unstoppable heroes locked in by the side of Team Hotsy with Savannah and Leo. All three of these heroes have unstoppable. They have means to dive in onto side of Don Alfredoras if they want with their respective cleansing abilities. could be looking at a very aggressive last 2 picks from Team Hotsy now.
I would like to see it, but then again, if they want to go in aggressive, I would say ban out the ETC now to just make sure that you don't get punished that easily when you try to go in.
We will see when this third ban comes in a bit more into the mindset for that. Junkrat is another one of these strong defensive heroes with his various assortment of traps, so it does suggest that we are going to be again seeing hard engage. Of course, with ETC not being banned, it's likely that Donna Fedoras will decide to pick up the Tauren, try and get some good defensive peel for their backline here. A few seconds now before they lock in their heroes. And no, it's not going to be the ETC. Murden will be the choice. Potentially afraid of some auto attack damage coming out, looking to peel with Thunderclap instead. Also just a very strong frontline that's quite hard to kill. Malfair, the other lock-in, has a pretty good matchup against the Lior in the 1v1. Of course, House of Doom is a strong Duosuck map. Both of these heroes, Lior and Malfair, are very nice. Duosuck. And it will be Veigar and Mephisto now as the final 2. What do you think of this Mephisto pick in particular? He's a hero that we're seeing a bit more these days, and quite an interesting choice, I'd say.
I love Mephisto. Maki plays it all the time, and it's definitely his strongest hero. He's even known for it. Has a band against him every day. I haven't seen Spark play it, but I just really like the hero, and he's so hard to play into because it requires a lot of positioning for the enemy team. Let's put it like that.
Of course, the easiest way to avoid Mephisto's damage is running towards him, not able to hit with the fairly long range requirement that the Lightning Nova has. Li Ming is the final choice for Don Alfadors, looking to get some more burst damage actually. They have the Muradin setting up for this with the jumping Stormbolt. Could be looking to maybe pick off Sylvanas or Mephisto, who has to teleport back to his shade if it is in an unfortunate spot. Now we haven't seen the full drafts. What do you think of these 2 lineups, Joyke?
I do really like the Li Ming pick. Adds up that extra poke, extra burst that on the side of Fedoras, and I'm not sure if Sylvanas is going to be able to provide that same kind of burst that Li Ming has to confirm the kills for the side of Team Hotsy, but we will see. I think overall both these drafts look really equal, and it's just going to come down to how they are executed.
That is what we like to see. Personally, I favour the side of Don Alfadors. It's definitely the easy draft to play. Of course, for Mephisto is a hero that in the later levels 16 and 20, he can just go absolutely wild with the insane cooldown reduction from the Lightning Nova. We've seen Make play this hero before, as you said, and he can just win teamfights on his own at level 20. So we will see what happens if we go into the late game, whether Spark is going to be able to have a pop-off performance on the Mephisto.
All right.
Now, who do we have on the blue team?
On the blue team, that is Donna Fedoras with Mist on Muradin. We have Ruini playing Raynor. Wow, those they took Mist on Muradin and Ruini on Raynor. With Bread Bucket on the Malthael, Arunas on Li Ming, and Hard for Sard, it's our own Sardonic on Malfurion. And almost all of them are sporting the beautiful green army horse.
Absolutely wonderful. Not so much alliteration on the red side. It is going to be Team Hotsy, Spark playing the Mephisto, Swatsy playing Veigar, Azeroth on Sylvanas, Staroxus I'm going to go with, playing the Ryok, and Karasan on Johanna. Now fighting a lot in the first wave, but quite a lot of damage done to the blue team on the first wave. Mephisto already doing Mephisto things.
Already doing Mephisto things, and he picked up the Furious Spark, which is the talent that is currently just the best. And it easily gets your value. Like, for the Q quest, you have to... Oh my god, see, that is beautiful first blood within the first minute. Really nice. Are they gonna get Ruini as well? Yes, Hotsy goes in with the bite, and that is 2 kills confirmed here. Very nice.
2 quick kills now for the side of Team Hotsy. In the meanwhile, we do have 1 hero from each team on the side lanes. Sylvanas will be pushing out the bottom lane. Murder's coming to catch that. In the top side, both of the top lanes are very low. Leork is about to fall if this keeps going to the Malphite, who goes in with the W, but will not be able to find the kill in the end. Leork going to tap for well. And this top lane matchup is quite interesting because the goal for Malphite is to be able to dodge as many of the Drain Hopes as possible, because otherwise he is just going to run out of mana, as we're already seeing. Very low. He's going to need to tap for well after catching this middle lane. So he can push up for both times, both teams. The red pumpkins will be cleared out now. The blue one's going to be pushing in. It will be, if Sylvanas has the trait available, not too difficult to clear it out. Able to, of course, stun the mercenaries.
But Sylvanas does walk really far forward, pops her trade. That does freeze the sappers here to allow them to get cleaned up without doing any damage to the towers.
There you go. Takes a little bit of damage, but he's going to be just fine. No one currently catching the mill XP, but our top lane is having a little bit of a fight at the moment. We'll see if someone from the bottom decides to rotate there instead. Again, Leork getting extremely low, and Malphite without mana. Now, Sylvanas coming up into the middle from side team Hotsy, Malphite from Don Fedoras.
Oh, but he is not alone. Mist rotates as well, lands a stun. Ruini steps up for the damage, but doesn't confirm the kill. So 3 altars spawning around the map now.
Nice amount of damage done onto Sylvanas, going to tap the elbow, should be okay. Looks like we're going to have an attempt on the opposing shrine by Don Fedoras up in the top. Leork will be chunked out. Sylvanas going to get the first interrupt. And it's not often that we see teams successfully invade the enemy altar, but that appears to be what we're having at the moment.
Exactly, but they still also are stalling the bottom one. But it seems that the Bing has backed off, decided to give up as the call is being made. We have the top one, so it's okay to back off. So that's 2 for Donna Fedoras.
Absolutely, a 2-4 trade. Early lead in the objective for Don Fedoras. Also noteworthy that since Leork got chunked out, he had to recall. Malphite now has the lead in the wave clear, got a few ranged minions pushing down the lane. Got a bit of a quick level 7 for the side of Don Fedoras. It will be quickly matched though by Team Hotsy, who are taking a little bit of damage at the moment, but they should be just fine. Merlin jumps in, not quite able to find anything, as moving on to the siege camp now is the blue team. Rhaegar will be starting up his own pumpkins though.
Yeah, but they have to really put in some more resources into clearing that camp. Oh no, they are instead turning on the heroes. Sardonic falling off a little low, 80 hit points, still walking back. Can Rhaegar finish him off? He jumps in, but is this the play? Rhaegar on the other side now. Ooh, Li-Ming gets a reset. Can Arunas get another kill here? No, misses the missiles, but Rhaegar's also going to fall. So that is a 2 for 1.
Going over again to Team Hotsy, Rhaegar going very deep for the Fury kill. Will pay for it in his life. Rini, Mr. Healthiest DPS still lives. Mephisto barely getting away in the bottom. The sappers will be stolen away by Rini and Mist, going to be pushing down onto the fort now as the wall has already been taken. Sylvanas will use her passive in order to stop any damage being done to the fort, but at the moment we have a nice health lead for the blue team. Malphite going to get the cap on the altar, easy peasy.
Really nice root and peel here from Muradin and Malfurion, making sure that the red team has no way to step up, and that puts them closer and closer to level 10s.
do want to look at some of the talent choices from Don Fedoras. Vayner going for the Exterminator, actually, going for additional wave clear. Did help him take the siege camps nice and quickly. What's possibly more interesting though is Malphite was into the W build so far, taking both the Ranger level 1 and the AoE Massacre level 7. Going to be looking for a bit more of a teamfight impact, going for the pure 1v1 build that we usually see on maps like Talzadone.
Yeah, and the thing we need to highlight most is that we don't have Last Rites. We instead have Tormented Souls.
This is a rather interesting talent choice. I'm not sure entirely what he's going for with it. He doesn't have first of all, he's about to die as the gang comes up.
Is he though? That is the thing, Tormented Souls. I think the choice from Brad Bucket was, like, I know they have Ancestral Healing to negate my Last Rites if Rhaegar plays it right. So I might as well just, you know, do as much damage as I can and pick up the Tormented Souls instead.
Tormented Souls coming in really clutch there, resetting down of the Wraith Strike will let him, thanks to his level 1 talents, do a nice little jump away, and he will be just fine in the end. Altar's about to spawn again in the bottom lane, but Spark is taking a lot of damage. We'll have to tap the WoW, and even then he's going to need a little bit more healing from Hotsy to get back up to full. Blue team with a good position on this shrine.
Absolutely, and Spark does not have that Endurance of Hate anymore, so has to be a bit patient here. Has to watch out for Mist. So he jumps in. Sylvanas walks straight up to take that hammer to the face. They're doing a lot of damage, but they're still being pushed back. Ancestral comes down. Our Sylvanas is looking to reposition herself, but doesn't use the E. Malthael comes in the back, and the Tormented Souls is available, and he is looking for it. Walks forward, pops the Tormented Souls, and goes in on the Leoric, on the Johanna. But can he choose? Who's he going for? What's it going to be, Brett?
Johanna will be chased down. Jumping onto her is the Malphite, who's now in the Entomb, going to get hit by the Endurance of Hate. Mephisto going to clean up that one. Very low members on the red team. The Fleeman going for the kill, not quite able to find the orb though. The team will survive for now. Spark getting incredibly low as well. Almost getting the reset is the Sleeming, who has dominance. If gets a single kill, will have the more than able to survive as going for the remaining kills.
Sylvanas. It's a cleanse. Leoric eats the orb, but does end up as a reset. And Arunus is trying to get more, but has little mana to do so.
Another kill going over to the blue team. Urini now channeling Felt. Hotsy taking so much damage on the Vega. These Li Ming combos are doing a lot of damage, and will be another objective for Don Fedoras. 24 to 36 now is the core health. Styvoxus will be able to pick up this mid wave, get level 13 for his team. But now on the
Spark's gonna fall here.
bottom around the sappers, and Spark won't be able to get away from this one. And this is the second time now, or possibly even third if I can remember properly. It's a little bit early, I don't know quite how many times I've stolen this Sapper camp, but it is more than I think the side of Hotsy would like. Sapper's 2 or 3 of them will connect with Fort actually, doing quite a lot of damage. Down to around 1/3 of its health.
Alright, it looks like they're backing off. I'm not sure if they will. Hotsy kind of needs to just go back to the Hall of Storms just to get full mana, full health. But Sylvanas is walking really far forward. Mist jumps in. Nice cleanse though. Very nice. Endurance of Hate doesn't connect, but Mephisto still goes in.
Here comes
And the sappers are still here. Need to be cleared. Sylvanas is low. Doesn't reactivate her E and does fall.
Now it's going to be Li Ming going in for the reset. Spark will be hit, but not quite able to fall down. Rooney dropping the Hyperion, not going to be doing too much. The amount of can onto the well. Mephisto going in, gets another lightning over, kills the Vayner. Now the rest of Fedoras are running for their lives, but Mephisto's not done yet. Gets the second kill now on Malfurion. Mist running away. He has the avatar. He has the healing stack. He should be just fine. Aaron is trying to kill the Vega, but it will not be enough. And it looks like it will be a 2-for-1 in the end. Red Bucket now looking for the steal on the top altar. Starbucks is on the lead
not
very
landing the
long.
hand.
Veigar will actually fall and takes a quite aggressive rotation up and will be punished for it. Aranus looking for the kill, will find it onto Fedoras. And this should be...
I mean, this should be the channel for them, right? They're 16 and they're like they're running low actually. Nice blessed shield. There's no avatar available. That should be the end. Mephisto needs to be so careful here. Doesn't have a healer.
Getting greedy now outside of Donna Fedoras. Reina was capping their own altar while they were attempting the invade. On even numbers, they were able to find the kill onto Murdered. Jump very nicely interrupted by the Johanna Condemn. Still though, enormously in the objective to the side of Team Hotsy. Donna Fedoras, sorry, Team Hotsy not doing too well on the objective. Down 19 to 33 in the core health, taking so much damage early on in the game.
But this is Towers of Doom, so it can still go anywhere.
Exactly, the experience is even. We have the potential to come back on this map. Leon's now going to be killed by Ruini. I'm not quite sure how that managed to happen, as the top sappers will be taken by Bread Bucket.
I think that they were brawling over the camp and Ruini decided to rotate there.
There will be no reaction to this top camp by Team Hotsy. Instead, going for a fight at the bottom.
Needs to be careful.
So much damage onto Malfail. Mephisto rather, who gets the ancestral healing. He's going to be surviving now, going very deep. Will be hit by the Wingming as he returns. Going to be killed. First kill going over to the side of Donna Fedoras. Veigar runs himself into a Malfail who's chasing down. Johanna not doing much better, will be killed by Ruini. Veigar barely getting away from the Malfail. Bedbucket looks like he's going to eventually mount up and walk away. 2 quick kills going over to the side of
Switzy, what have you done now? Walks up to tap, but is already so low and turns into another reset for Li Ming.
You can't do that. That was very aggressive by our Veigar player. He will be falling, and the objective has come up again. Triple altars. Ruini will be capping the bottom one. Looks like we're going to see the attempt on the invade again by Donna Fedoras. See if they bring all their members to it this time.
I mean, we could see a potential Entomb here coming out to lock the door, but nothing is happening just yet. Spark takes a whole lot of damage from the magic missiles. There's a big 4-man blast shield. Fate connects to 4 people. And Spark does go in, gets the kills, and the shield actually allows him to teleport back alive, but not away from Malthael. Malthael is still there, and he will end Spark, and he will end Leoric as well. Casaran, on the other hand, chased Ruini down the whole way, and is looking to brawl him all day. Pumps that imposing presence, blinds him, but is also going to fall. So they did get their own side, but they're not getting this side. I don't think so.
Huge plays in the last team fight by Spark. On 500 health, he decides to, once he lands for Joe's Fate to go in with a lightning another. Sure, he falls in the end, but manages to take down 3 of the opposing team before he does so. Excellent place by him. Now, though, Donna Fedoras, they are dead at the moment, but they will be respawning. The stagger death onto Johanna helping out a lot. Now with the level 20 town advantage, they should be able to, once this pesky log goes away, capture their own altar. And since they have the bomb control, it's going to be down to 10 health per core. 14 Hotsy, potentially 6 if this boss gets picked up, and things are not looking good. The red team is running out of time to turn this game around, and they're going to have to find level 20 soon, and then look for a miracle team fight it's going to take at this point, because they're just so far behind, they're not able to play a macro game anymore. Complete control going over to Donna Fedoras.
They do get a massive spike at level 20 with the silence on Endurance of Hate from Mephisto, and of course Buried Alive from Leoric is going to be big. So they get a double silence. But I think they really need to try and shut down Malthael as soon as they can, and then point their attention towards Arunas trying to clean up anyone that is low.
They do now have silencing in two, man. Going in now is the side of Team Hotsy, going on to the Murder, who's so low, but he will be able to jump out. On the meanwhile, Red Bucket chasing down the Vega. He's going to be able to barely get away, though. York in the backline, managing to reduce the damage so easily. Swansea, he's so low, he needs to not run into Marini. He really wants to get the kill. Red Bucket, though, will be the first one to fall. Mephisto going in with the Lightning over, but Johanna will fall as well. 1-for-1 now so far in the team fight. He needs to be careful. And
one as well.
the Li Ming resets are coming in. That's the second kill now.
Yeah, that's another teleport, and that's.
And the third,
we're
not done yet. The orb comes in. Alanus, can he get the pentakill almost? Those magic missiles will be dodged for now by Hotsy, but not enough. Almost a pentakill for this Li Ming. Really stealing one away from him, but honestly, that entire team fight was won on the back of Alanus' excellent Li Ming play, and with that, the first game will go the way of Don Fedoras. 1-0 up. Very well done by them. GG's to the blue team. And we're going to need to see something a little bit different from Team Hotsy in the second game, because we saw they were trying to ban out these sorts of macro-orientated maps, and there is still one that was left up though, the Towers of Doom, and it does not look good for them. They do now, of course, have the option to choose the map if they so desire. Can, of course, opting for the first pick again. What would you like to see from these teams, Joy K?
I'm not sure, to be fair, but I was going to say we already have another map, but that is not the case.
Just getting invited to the party.
Just getting an invite. Well,
personally, I would like to see Team Hotsy choose a map that they are more comfortable with. Dawn Fedora is working very strong, honestly, for the entire game. And so I would like to see, well, in our map bans, we did see that they're not able to go on to Dragonshire, which is one potential option. 2 with the Spider Queen is a very nice early game brawling map that they could choose to try and change things up a bit, and they really do need to change things up a bit the way the last game went. We will see though if they are still making their decision.
I mean, of course, our lounge favorite, Infernal Shrines, is still an option.
Infernal Shrines, another one of these maps, very popular map, was always seen as one of the fairer maps in the game, and I can agree with that. There's not too many shenanigans that you can pull on this map, and potentially an option where Team Hotsy will look to make their last stand if they so desire. If they lose one more game, they will be out of the Legendary campaign. With that, their season will come to an end.
Yeah, that is the truth. And then we will have to move on to our next game.
One thing I definitely want to see in the next draft, though, is I do not want to see Don Fedoras get Li Ming again. That was a incredibly good play from them. Specifically, Alanus' Li Ming was very, very strong. Saw in the last team fight, once he had his talents all online, just how much damage he can deal with this hero. And I think the easiest way to deal with it is simply to ban it. But of course, you don't have unlimited bans. You can only get rid of so many things.
Well, the thing is that you see that he also likes to play Chromie a lot, and they already banned out the Chromie. Then Li Ming is a very logical second option for him. And then we also see Alarak coming here in the stats.
Alarak, one of my personal favorite heroes, and he's definitely a hero that if you think you are mechanically better than your opponents, you can just lay down the gauntlet and say, I am able to play this incredibly high skill ceiling hero of Alarak. If you're able to, well, you have many options these days for the talent builds, but if you think you are just better than your opponents, which after the last game, Alanus might well be thinking to himself that he is, he can go for Alec, he can go for the Lightning Surge build and just keep stacking up on them. after level 16 do some enormous damage with Alak. A surprising amount if you're out ready for it on the other side. So that's potentially another option we can go to. Chromie, though, I would expect once again to stay in the ban slot.
Yeah, we are going to a map that is very, very nice for any of Arunus's favorite picks. Because this is a map where Leeming, Chromie, and Alarak are really, really strong.
It is, however, something that we did want to see. We did want to see Team Hotsy take us to a much more skirmishy map, and that is exactly what we get. As he said about Aranus, he might just be able to have his way with Team Hotsy, though, if he gets onto one of his more comfortable picks. Beery, of course, a very early game map. The games can sometimes drag on if teams aren't quite able to close out with the objective, but very important to have a strong level 4 and also level 7 power spike on this map, because the first objective is so strong. I still remember that back in my day when we had HGC, it was like an 80% win rate if you got the first objective on this map. It's so important. Of course, the game not quite the same as it used to be, but still goes to show just how important it is to have these strong early game picks.
Yeah, it is. But then again, it's just so important because the thing is, if you draft a comp here on Battlefield of Eternity that can race well, you can also defend well. And you often see that those teams are winning the first objective, right? Because it's just being a trait. And yeah. With that trait, it's the team with the race getting the first objective. They also have the best push then, so then they push harder. But the thing is that normally the first objective does not really take like a fort immediately. So I wouldn't say that nowadays getting the first objective is all the more important on Battlefield of Eternity. Maybe more so on Tomb of the Spider Queen. But I wouldn't agree saying that it's like that in Battlefield.
Of course, the game has changed quite a bit, so we will see what happens. Still, though, if you are able to, if you do somehow end up taking the first, with the first immortal, it gets so hard for the other team to be able to do anything. You're not able to contest the waves easily. There's not really a whole lot that there is to do. There's only 4 camps on the map. 2 of them are pretty safe. You're not really, unless the game is kind of already over, going to look to take the bruises. So you can get into a bit of a lull state. Just waiting on our teams to be ready, just waiting on the Fedoras to say they're ready. And then we will be getting into game number 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we will.
Just waiting to see. Having a little bit of fun now in the lobby chat, waiting for Don Alpha Doors. And of course, the next game after this one, once we are done, is between Fedoras and, still to be determined, I believe, Encore Lucky Player in their second game now. We will see what happens in that series. And Fedoras, I had just going, I'm being told that Lucky Play did win, so it will be Fedoras versus Lucky Play after this. And just by looking at how the groups went, Fedoras were my favorites to win the entire thing, having the only 6-0 group stage for the Legendary Cup. They, of course, did drop a game and very nearly lost, actually, to the Hog Goose Criminals. But now we are into game number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for waiting with us. Battlefield of Eternity. And it will be Don Alphadoros with the first ban, and we are not going to be seeing Sylvanas this game get rid of some of the incredibly snowball heroes.
Yeah, absolutely powerful on this map with the trait. If you then get the first objective, yes, then you can snowball this map very easily.
That is one way to still do it. Chromie will be taken off one of Aranus's favorite heroes. Definitely, it's going to be banned on Battlefield of Eternity. A bit of a surprise. And the thing I'm interested in is what's going to happen with this final ban. Zul is still open. Alarak is banned though. we might just see a Zul first pick here from the side of Don Alfredors if they are ready to play the hero. Of course, not one of his best maps.
Exterminator Jimmy is open. That means we really must play it.
Really going to once again jump on the. This is shown to be one of his favorite heroes. He's played it so much throughout the groups and already so far in the knockouts. His fish draft is going really quickly. Arnold from the side of Don Alfredors. Sardonic will be taking his trusty Ufa, see if that will be the pick he can use to lock out this series. And I mean, you get some very nice poke to the Immortal with the Leeming. See if Spark is able to play it to the same level as Aranas was able to the previous season. It will be again Johanna taken this time in the 2-3 rotation for Don Alfredors. So I know you said that he's been watching. Just how good is Sardonic's Ufa?
Just how good?
Just how good is he on this hero?
It's very, very good. Oh, they ban have treatment D. Okay. They're really banning him out.
they are not happy about it. So.
They really don't want him to play anything that he's known for. Okay, and Greymane gets banned out for the race. That's an understandable pick. Though I think they could have handled the Greymane in a team fight, but maybe for the race, that Greymane is good to get rid of. Vala is still open, of course, so is Hanzo, but more squishy targets.
As you said, it was probably just a ban of base. They do have the tools to deal with Greymane in the fight, and it will be Hanzo taken as the other DPS option. Another one who is very nice at dealing damage to the Immortal. Garrosh alongside it. It will be interesting to see what this Garrosh is able to do. Of course, not able to easily throw out the Johannas. Might struggle to do the usual Garrosh shenanigans, but of course, very punishing if you take a faulty rotation against this team. You have, well, actually, now the Garrosh is looking a lot nicer. Now the Genji is turned by Aranas. Not a pick I was expecting to see, but I guess he's already lost 4 of his favourites, so he has to move down to number 5, and apparently number 5 for him is Genji.
Yeah. Well, and on this map, Genji's of course still a very viable pick. And that's going to be... Are we going to see the Shield Dragonblade? That's what I'm wondering.
I think it's quite likely. You don't have many AoE healings on the side of the Team Hotsy. You just have the Armor Grenade. Malthael will be the final lock-in for them. And this is a very favourable matchup as far as the pure 1v1 goes, but there's so much control for these fights on the side of Don Alfredors with a very nice frontline in Johanna, Ufa, and Blaze. The question is the Dragon Blaze Genji, which I would expect us to see this game, going to have the impact that it needs to? And my question is probably not. Genji's been, well, my answer that is probably not. Genji's been nerfed quite a lot since his heyday in 2018. If he doesn't have the cleanse or the divine shield on him, Garrosh could be so dangerous to this Genji. Able to taunt him the second he goes in. I entirely agree with the chat. Was somewhat questioning this Genji pick, but Aranas, he did a very good game last time, so we will see if he's able to put on a similar performance this time. Okay, going into game number 2, who do you think is going to take this one?
I am not sure. I think I will be going for Team Hotsy, actually. I do like their comp. They overall have a lot of race, a lot of poke, and yeah. If they play their comp correctly, I think that they can have a good chance for winning.
As we're about to get into the game, we can already see the level sounds. We have an interesting choice. We do see Silver Touch coming out from our Ufa player, not going for the build we've been seeing before. Well, we haven't seen much Ufa recently, but before he got nerfed, we were seeing a lot of Hammer of the Lightning at level 1, giving incredible amounts of cooldown reduction on his stun. Not opting for that, though, wants to go for the extra sustain, which I can understand. But yeah,
Understandable,
you have
but
to go for a while without tapping the mana, and if mana is not exactly his best friend, so we can get the cost reduction on the healing. This way, Aaron's taking quite a lot of damage. Not having the most fun on this Genji. We might see him rotate top a few times. Malthael, very strong displays in the pure 1v1. There's not really a whole lot the place is able to do ever to this Malthael, but he is, of course, vulnerable to the ganks, not the most sustained when fighting outside of a minion wave. And as I say, but we do see that this is rotating up now. See if he can join his thing. 2 for Malthael is currently playing a little bit safe. His team probably calling out, Genji's missing, just want to play back a bit, and that's exactly what he's been doing. And sitting in this bush, but not really able to get anything done. Will now show himself, get a little bit of damage, but not really enough to justify the Roma, I'd say. Spark now starting up the camp on the bottom side, now that it is a 3v4. Casavan sitting in the bush, making sure there's no shenanigans, and this camp should easily go over to the side team Hotsy. As long as Casavan is able to walk it out.
Doesn't have unstoppable yet. Genji goes in. Cannot confirm the kill though. Garrosh is still too sturdy to kill even in the early game.
Gosh, he's a pretty nice hero in that way, either healing and the Bloodthirst. Able to get him out, camp going over to the side team Hotsy. Aaron still feeling pretty useless on this Genji. He doesn't have the health to consider going in. He's just been taking so much damage. Not really able to achieve much so far on this pick. Now, level 4, the side of Team Hotsy, as we now see Hanzo and Arna moving towards their Rusa camp. And it's looking to have a second round against this Malthael, potentially. Who will decide to just... This is very nice respect shown by the offlaner of Team Hotsy. Whenever Genji's off the map, this team is calling it out, so I'm assuming, and he's playing safe. But as I say that, walking in now is the Malthael.
Yeah, you jinxed him there. You jinxed him hard there.
The caster curse coming out. He's just tapped a while and he's still a half health. Looking too nice for him. Camp will be taken by the side of Team Hotsy. Don Alphador's waiting on the cap, trying to... They're expecting a bit more of a prolonged fight over the first objective. Stellaxis will clear out the top wave and now has priority to go and look to defend their Immortal, as quite a lot of damage being dealt. This Exterminator Vader is not messing around as far as the Immortal damage. It will be even though, not really contested with the dealers on the side of Hotsy, as most likely going to see a race. They're just going to throw away the front line of Don Alphador's. Genji now going in, but Hanzo's just murdering him. Goes into protected, by the way. Huge stun by Blaze now. As Reyna's just trying to DPS this Immortal, it's looking quite close. So much damage going onto Blaze instead of the Immortal, and it will be... Well, it will be 2 kills going over to Team Hotsy. It will be the objective to Don Alphador's. Now everyone moving up into the top lane. Casper not quite able to land the stun onto Genji, but it's okay. This Genji still seems to be permanently at low health, not really able to make the plays that we would be hoping for, but first object now marching down on front wall.
Oh, in goes Jimmy. Rubini has to pop his E, tries to walk out, still has the Q available for the peel. Unstoppable gets popped on Garrosh, but I think it's the end of the fight here as he has to throw Malthael back out. Immortal dies. And not even the gate went down.
Very good defense by the side of Team Hotsy. Hanzo able to get the never outmatched value. Got some heroes to auto attack. Still has that nice defensive immortal damage, even though the town has been nerfed so long ago. We saw Verena get thrown in, but Final Flight's a pretty good talent. The 25 armor able to help him get out, and the game will just continue going on. For the time being, not a whole lot happening, as you said. Barely anything being taken by this first Immortal. Small XP lead to the side of Team Hotsy, but not too much else happening. Blaze doing a little bit of a freeze, but as long as everyone stays top, it's still going to achieve a whole lot. Malphal completely free to walk up in the 1v1 until Genji plays off the map, and he's not at the moment looking to get damage onto his brother, but that's not going too well for him. Malphal's going to be just fine in the bottom. Out of the rotation though. You do see that backing up is the Malphal once again, respecting the gang. Hopefully I'm not going to curse him this time.
No, doesn't seem to be. Is backing on full mana and is going to make it back to base. Red team has made a move for the camp on the top lane now, but are being pushed back here even though they are a man up.
Spark with no mana on the Hanzo, not able to fail too many spells. He's got one more scatter out and most likely that's it. Will need to back or tap for well very soon, otherwise he's not going to be of much use. Azeroth, not with much mana on his own, does have the passive Astral Persians of the Force Armor, so he should be just fine. Bit of damage going on to Sardonic, but it doesn't matter. If they're able to attack him up, no problem. So, objective has started a little bit of poke so far by Lee, but not too much else happening. Team Hotsy closer to level 10, and gonna start throwing a few spells towards Punish and Mortal. Quite a lot of damage now going on to Kazavan. We'll look it out in the end, but...
Yeah, Kazavan still did a great job zoning though. Took a lot of damage for it, but did give his team some time to clean out the bottom camp and to do a little poke on the Immortal.
Now going for the Bruiser camp, actually, of teams expecting this objective to go beyond level 10, which I've been a bit of surprise. I would have liked to have seen, kind of like we're seeing from Azoth in the top lane, I would have liked to see both the waves get cleared, get the fast level 10 and then perhaps look for an invade if time permits, but for now things will just continue going. Malphal ready to answer bottom camp. No one on Donofador wants to answer the top camp, and they just want to go for a fight at the moment, it looks like.
Ooh, again, Castron takes a lot of damage, has to walk back. And we are also seeing Tormented Souls on the side of Team Hotsy.
Tormented Souls again being the choice. This one I...
Oh, Azeroth gets Blessed Shielded. Uther tries to walk forward. Very nice blink out here from Azeroth. Tries to go back in. There's the Tormented Souls. Are they going to get a reset here? They're finding the arrow onto Uther. Yes, they confirmed the first kill. And they're looking for more. Ruini looking to kill Malphal. And succeeds. In goes Genji with Dragon Blade. Sweeping back and forward. But there is no Blessed Shield, excuse me. Divine Shield. Brad Bucket comes in, but is all alone. Is this the mission that you were looking for, Brad? No, tries to walk away and they're not even chasing them. They know that they can get the first half of the objective here.
And the first half objective will not quite actually go over to the side team. In the meanwhile, the boost account was not answered. Blaze dealing with the top one, but Malphal not quite responding to the bottom one. So much damage done to this fort, down to about 20% health, if even that. Now, since the rotation was made to the bottom side, also being able to see on vision the Hanzo recall, Donofador is very easily being able to get the Immortal down and now potentially looking to win the second objective. But not before another fight, possibly.
Possibly. Brad takes a little nap. Goes quite low here from the Malphal again. Tormented Souls goes out, but he's all alone. Doesn't get to walk out here. Almost though. It was close. Genji goes in. But is still low. W build Hanzo doing a lot of damage here in this close corridor. But they do get another reset and they are looking for more. But I don't think they can confirm Sardonic here. He's still too healthy. But they do take the objective.
So many low members on the side of Donofador. And then Brandbucker, he must have smelled something good. But there's no bed over for what Team Hotsy's got. He's got a full fever 1 kill in this fight. Objective will once again, though, very convincing, this time a lot more convincingly, go over to the side of Donofador. So, again, trading the kills for objective, which is completely fine at this stage of the game. Not able to do anything with the single kill is Team Hotsy. Hyperion used a little bit early. The Yamada cannon will eventually find its way onto the fort. Getting smacked down, this fort's most likely going to fall. 2 objectives is enough. No. Possibly not going to go for anything more. Gauch looking to maybe do something as Malfail.
Oh,
That's
big
a huge
arrow. It's
dragon
a
arrow.
man. They are coming in. There's the taunt. That's the reset. Reset City going in. There's still enough mana on Azeroth to get another reset, but with the big D from Johanna, she just gets to walk away. Oh, that's
Absolutely.
a lot.
Irons again coming in clutch there. Otherwise, that would have easily been the first kill. Immortal getting a little bit of damage onto the keep. We'll manage to get Turret in the gate. Now looking for Blaze is the side of Team Hotsy. Will be able to get him with Earthshaker. Into the bunker he goes, but there's no bread over here, my friend. You are all certainly going to fall. Hey, playing the little
Bread with the juice.
loop with the bunker, but this now coming in potentially at the same day. 5-man queue, and Red Bucket actually going to be able to walk it out.
Very well played there, Brett
Just
Bucket.
a beast step, but
Yeah,
no
that
one
was
can
worse
see
than
it on the enemy team.
Our GM would be stepping up. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, but yeah, no, that was very well played, juking with the bunker.
Ufa. He's gonna
Yeah,
be
against
taunted.
minus grenade, but the grenade was so early expired. He still had the divine shield up. Genji goes in. He's gonna confirm Ming here. Oh, but is he gonna get out? Is the question. Yes, he actually is. Arunas really knows the limit of this hero. Absolutely. Very well played.
To be 2 more kills, 3 for 0 for Don Fedoras, able to capitalize on the numbers advantage that they had for the fight. This is so huge. Now they're able to pretty freely go for Bruiser Camp. That will not be up. 3 members still down. Got the Exterminator in and can burn this down. Easy peasy. We'll be going over to the blue team. I fell. How's it doing what they can, but it won't be enough to stop it. Still got the siege camp pushing in the bomb side. There's so much that needs to be cleared out by Team Hotsy, and the Immortal's going to spawn in 5 seconds. Reyna in position to just burst down as soon as it spawns. Exterminator going to go to town once again.
I mean, bottom camp needs to be cleaned up, and Malthuel's going there right now. But halftime is already almost here for Don. Reyna just needs to sneeze on it, and it's gone.
Sneeze on it, he does, and we're now halfway. Red Bucket taking quite a bit of damage, but looks like he's going to be just fine. Defensive spawns now on the Immortals. We can see Don Fedoras backing off and now, taking their own boost camp, possibly just looking for level 16 play. The waves are very pushed though. We could see Team Hotsy put a freeze on, try and deny this level 16, but for now, no such thing will be happening. Gauch very deep. Be able to possibly walk it out to Dragon Arrow onto 3, and then comes Malfail going for the fight.
This time it's a nano boost though with the Tormented Souls doing the extra damage, completely tearing Mist apart. Is he gonna make it back into the gate? No, he is not. He goes down. Level 16 almost here though for Don Fedoras. D-Shield comes out. And Blaze goes in. Hotsy does manage to dodge the stun there. It was really close. Kassaran also really low. Is there a grenade available for anyone here? Oh, that is surely the end of Malthuel, and they have to be really careful that they don't die with more numbers.
Red Bucket finds the kill into Malfail. Will be a 1 at the end. Level 16 now for Don Fedoras. The waves, they really have to be cleared out now by the side of Team Hotsy. You see Hunter and Li Ming on 1 wave respectively, and so easy now for Don Fedoras to walk up onto the objective, gonna get the Immortal down. Reyna just does so much damage, it's a little bit ridiculous. Easily going to be getting this objective, still clearing out the waves. Team Hotsy, and this will be the 3rd Immortal again going over to the blue team. The good news though, if you're a supporter of Team Hotsy, is that they will have level 16 for the defense. We will see if that's enough. We're getting to the stage again where these Immortals can do so much work onto the structures. The Hyperion as well, Yamato kind of going to be doing a lot of damage. This keep will be very hard for them to defend, but if they can find some picks possibly with the Gauch, they will be looking good. For now though, Hotel will fall. We'll see what sort of defense they're able to put up.
Oh my god. Gauch just took a big gulp of damage there.
This keep is not long for this world. Yamato cannon anymore going to easy peasy.
He's still walking forward.
Oh
my god!
Red
Buck with the big stun, and Genji goes in the backline, ends the existence of Azeroth, of Kassaran, Switzy is looking for as well. He goes to take a small nap, but now break time is over and he's looking for Azeroth.
Absolutely,
And I
he's
think
praised
that
by
is GG.
Red Bucket. I have to agree with you there. 3-man charge onto the backline, Immortal coming into the action, getting the additional stun onto Hanzo. And he was not long for this well. The Genji able to secure the kill. And from there, the fight was easy peasy. Donna Fedoras will move on to the grand final, 2-0. And this game was almost as convincing as the last one. We saw that the first few objectives were secured at the cost of a few kills. The last one, though, not quite the same. And as soon as they had that level 60 push with the objective, the game just ended, honestly. Not a whole lot really happened after that point from Team Hotsy.
Yeah, this was a very convincing series, I would say. And Donna Fedoras really earned their spot in the grand final, which will be casted later on.
Indeed, looking very convincing going into the grand final. A few of the fights were very close. There was the one around the top bush of the bot lane that so many members of Donna Fedoras barely getting away. And it could have been a little bit different if some of the fights had gone a bit differently, but it will be, again, the 2-0 going over to Donna Fedoras, making their way to the grand final. They'll be versing the winner of our next series, the other of the semi-finals. For now, let's just have a
quick look at the stats for Brad Bucket here.
There's no Blaze here.
There is no Blaze in there, no. But Brad Bucket is a true solo laner, and he masters each and every one of them. Yeah, his favorites, though, are Rexar, Urel, and Leoric. So, no, Blaze is indeed not in there. That's true.
We did, however, see two very, I'll rephrase that, one very nice Blaze games from him. Of course, the first game he was on the Malfail, doing quite well in that game as well. It was a little bit interesting to see both times we saw the Tormented Souls. It made sense in the second game, though, because quite a few ways to prevent the damage from going through the Divine Shield, the bunker. It makes sense to take the Tormented Souls, but it was not enough for them to win that map. And again, 2-0 to Donna Fedoras. They'll be versing the winner of our next series, Deers vs Lucky Play, which will be coming up very